Hello Virgo and welcome to December monthly reading. So I have already pre-shuffled the cards. Please excuse my excitement. So I have already pre-shuffled the cards. So yeah, let's give them a good little shuffle now that you're here as well. Alright, so Spirit, what do we have coming in for Virgo for the month of December, please? What do we have coming in for Virgo for the month of December, please? Alright, just add in a little intention to your reading there. So here we go. Alright. So I'm just going to get out the cards. Now if you are interested in personal reading with me, please, you can reach out to me. My information is in the description box down below. So you will have all of my details there. I will email you back and yeah, we can take it from there. All my prices. Alright, and the outcome, please. Beautiful. Okay, and I've also got another deck for clarifying as well. Bottom of the deck we have the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like, yeah, theme of this reading is there's growth that you're contemplating on possibly decisions, how to prepare for your future, what to do next, what moves to make next. I'm going to keep this upright actually, and we'll have that overlooking the reading. Let's grab out an energy card for you. Overall energy to think about this month for Virgo, please. Overall energy to think about this month for Virgo. Let's take these. You have Dare to Dream and the Wildling even. Okay, let's try and show you those. So Dare to Dream and the Wildling. Beautiful. So that could also be, especially with the Dare to Dream, the contemplating, like what to do, how to move forward, and just thinking about your future in general. Wonderful. The Wildling, you've got the Two of Swords here, and I'm just going to see, and you've also got the Two of Swords on the deck, on the table as well during the reading. So let's go over your reading. So Virgo, in the heart of this month you have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like this is a repeating cycle is what I'm hearing. You are currently at a point of your life that seems very familiar. Usually the Eight of Cups would represent walking away from something, or maybe something's no longer with you in terms of maybe a job offer. It could be anything contractual, maybe like I'm seeing birds flying as well, which doesn't often happen, just in this part. So something's going away, something's moving away. However, because the Eight of Cups in reverse is in the heart, this leads me to believe that there is some sort of stagnation. So you're staying around, but it's something that feels very familiar to you at the moment. And whether this is a job that you're not happy with, whether this is maybe a repeating behavior from somebody that you're not happy with, I have a sensation that you're sticking around for something, but it's very familiar to you. In the crossing energy, you have the Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords in the crossing position would lead me to believe that also, again, stagnation. So there's some sort of stagnation. There's something that you're not quite addressing here. Now the Knight of Swords is a very fast moving card. It's pace, it's fast, it's quick, it's intellectual. The fact that this is in the crossing position in the reverse leads me to believe that there's not much movement there. Maybe there's a thought process that is possibly repeating itself as well. Maybe repeating behaviours that's kind of keeping you stuck in this loop, or feeling like you're stuck in this loop. Maybe you see yourself in a familiar position at the moment that you're not quite sure how you've got at this point again. But it's possible it's your thought process at this point. So the reason why I'm saying that is because it's swords, and that does represent in the tarot our intellectual side, our logic. In the energy in the recent past, you have the Four of Pentacles. I really like the Four of Pentacles. For me, it's stable, it's secure, it's a stability, but it could also mean that maybe you're clutched to things a little bit too tightly. Maybe you're not going out enjoying your time with friends. Maybe you're in a saving period. Maybe you're saving your money, you're saving your time, you're saving your energy. And this could be leading to that feeling of stagnation. So yeah, it's a very safe card, but again, I feel that that's more to do with the stagnation, and this is probably why you're in this current energy of the Eight of Cups in reverse, is that maybe you're playing things a little bit too safe, and this is why you're having that feeling sensation now. Moving forwards, we have the Two of Swords. Now the Two of Swords in reverse. Now the Two of Swords is a card of choice. But this figure here is blindfolded. I don't know if it's focused, like, here we go. So this figure here is blindfolded. However, it just leads us to believe that there's nobody, like, you're not seeing the bigger picture. You're just seeing two sides of the coin. But the islands behind here represent that there is another way, there's another journey. Now the fact that this is in reverse leads me to believe that, again, I'm hearing stuck in a loop. Like, you're feeling like you're stuck in a loop, and you're feeling like there's no way out, and there's only two options at the moment. Let's get a clarifying card. We have a clarifier for the Two of Swords, please, in reverse. A clarifier for the Two of Swords in reverse. A clarifier for the Two of Swords in reverse. And we have Justice. So I don't know whether there's maybe a legal battle, there's something that feels quite unfair and unjust to you. Feeling like there is two choices, if there's actually a third choice. Maybe someone has only given you two choices, but you've got to think of the third yourself. So there's a feeling of justice there, and maybe feeling that something's a bit unfair. And also we got the Page of Wands as well. So Page of Wands is quite a fun-loving card, and a loving spirit, and quite playful and joyous. Along with Justice and the Two of Swords leads me to believe that, yeah, there's a feeling of, you know, with this stagnation here, you're wanting to go out, but again, you're worried about something. You're worried about maybe spending too much, maybe not being able to pay the rent this month, maybe a holiday season's coming up, maybe you've got the washing machine is broken down at the time where you're trying to get presents, and, you know, just little things like that. Perfect. In the Crown position, you have the Sun. Now the Sun is the happiest card in the whole deck. Let's focus on that. So your mind is definitely in a very positive light at the moment, which is really, really great to see. I feel that you are definitely focused on the positive side. This is also a very playful card. So if you have been feeling a bit stagnant, a bit stuck in something, you know, the Sun card is purity, it's joy, it's fulfillment, it's emotional needs, it's all of the good stuff wrapped into one. So the fact that the Sun has come out on the Crown, and it leads me to believe that you are not feeling too stuck in this. Your mind is prioritized over finding the positive in something, which is really marvelous. In your subconscious position, you have the Emperor. So the Emperor, again, is a very stable card. So you've got an Emperor and Four of Pentacles. This is a very earthy, very grounded energy. And again, you are Virgo, you are an earth sign. So this is really, really great to see. I'm really happy to see this combination that has come up. You definitely have your priorities set straight, and you're definitely building towards something. So whether that takes you baby steps, whether you're careful about your finances at this moment to achieve the bigger picture and achieve that happiness, you're definitely very focused. But yeah, I'm just getting the feeling or sensation to lighten up a little bit, because although it might take you a little bit longer, rather than, you know, this calculated, this is what I can spend, this is what I can't spend, this birthday's coming up, how can I celebrate with this, or be with these people, or go to this event and maybe miss out on something else. Whilst you're being very calculated in that, it's worth your own priority, you know, your own fulfillment, your own joy, just to step out of that slight comfort zone at this moment of your planning, in order to feel fulfilled and happy. But yeah, you've definitely got your priorities straight with what it is that you want to commit to. So in the advice position, we have the 9 of Wands in reverse. So the 9 of Wands in reverse leads me to believe that I'm getting this tiredness feeling as soon as I pick up this card, and this is not the first time that this has happened, so I feel like you're exhausted about something. Whether that's your planning, whether that is specifically, you know, this month, if you're feeling a bit drained, a bit exhausted, or if that has been leading up, you know, however many months this been leading up to this month. I'm getting a feeling sensation that you are exhausted. Try and rest in between. Try not to be defensive. The reason I'm saying that is because the 9 of Wands is a defense card. It's exhaustion. It's wanting to give up. You've got one more post to put back to create that fence. Again, I'm just feeling quite tired when I pick this card up. So definitely, maybe you are in this point of rest and recuperation here. I don't see the 4 of Swords, which is usually what leads me to believe that you would need to be in a rest and recuperation period. So yeah, with the 9 of Wands in reversed, try to take that time for yourself. You know, if you want to go out, and you know, they say exercise, you know, the more you exercise, the more energy you get. I'm feeling this. Maybe you've been a bit on your own lately. Try to get out a little bit, even if it's just for a walk in fresh air. Maybe you've just gone out for a coffee. It's just to let yourself have a bit of a lighter feeling and sensation. And you're still working towards your goals. No one's taken that away from you. You're very determined, as I can see here. You're very determined. Try to enjoy yourself a bit in the meantime. In the external influence, we have the 3 of Wands. So we have Wands, Wands, Wands. Pretty much all in the same, they come out at the same time basically. So 3 of Wands is, it's a trilogy. It's how I always see a number 3 as, you know, a community, a gathering, a celebration. It's building something to have a stable foundation, like 3 pillars. When 3 becomes 4, that's the stability. So you're at the 3rd pillar here. And whether that's from the rest and recuperation here, from the 9 of Wands. I'm feeling like, yes, you're definitely aiming towards something, but also I'm feeling like you're in this state of, okay, this is what I've achieved, how can I move on and achieve more, which is definitely what I'm seeing with these cards here. And also, again, the card at the beginning with the 7 of Pentacles. How can I achieve more? How can I make the most of this experience at this moment? Is this where I want to stay? Do I want to try something new? Could we have a clarification for the 3 of Wands, please? Clarification for 3 of Wands. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So again, very stable energy. Queen of Pentacles, I find, is more nurturing than the King, the Emperor here. Let's have a look at this card. And we've got the Knight of Wands as well. So Queen of... Oh, I can't see it, sorry. Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, for the 3 of Wands. I'm getting this kind of push-pull dynamic where you want to go and do something else, but again, you're here, or wherever you are, trying to build something. So there's definitely a maturity there, but also you're trying to feel a little bit like you're trying to invite more life and vitality in at this moment. So I'm feeling like you're a little bit push-pulled with between the stability. Okay, this is great. How long can I sustain this stability before wanting to get away or try something different or go on a crazy adventure ride, you know? In the hopes and fears, we have the 2 of Wands. So the Two of Wands, I would consider this more of like a travel card, basically. The fact you've gone from 3 to 2 leads me to believe that there is growth. And also how I see the Two of Wands is that because you are looking into the world here, like the world is in your hands. You've created everything around you. You've created what it is that you want to build. It's absolutely fine if you want more, that's no problem. We're always striving to get more. We're always striving to get more and more. But you're holding the world in your hands here and you're contemplating, do I stay or do I go? What is it that a new project that I could take on? How is this gonna serve me? I'm feeling like you wanna kind of jump ship. You wanna change something, but you're not quite sure what that is yet. So whether that's moving house, whether that's changing job, whether that is starting a new project, maybe you're co-working with somebody, maybe maybe you want to go on holiday. I don't know, I'm feeling like a sensation like you want to leave, you want to do something or try something new. And in your final outcome, you have the Page of Pentacles. I'm feeling like, yeah, this is something very dreamy. Whatever it is that you're stable in, you're creating something more fun and worthwhile for yourself. Whether this is an inspiration from somebody, whether this is, I'm hearing the growth. There's definitely, yeah, growth. That's all that's coming into my head. Growth is the loudest that I could hear at this moment. So whether you are growing something, whether this is a new project, if this is a new business development, if this is investments, you're definitely growing something. There's also a light curiosity with this. I really like the Page of Pentacles because it's such a dreamy card. He's admiringly looking to this gold pentacle, admiringly looking towards this gold pentacle to admire and grow and create and serve, and how can I get this pentacle bigger is literally how I'm seeing this card. So yeah, you've got big things happening this month, really big things. And also, again, you have Dare to Dream. So I'm just going to bring the reading back to the two cards that you had at the beginning with the overall energy. Dare to Dream and Wildling. So there is that sense of adventure. There is that sense of what can I do, what can I achieve next. Yes, you are building something. Yes, you might be a bit bored for that, with that, but also you've got this, you've just got pure happiness and adrenaline on your mind, and the purity and wanting to serve yourself at the moment. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's absolutely okay to be a bit selfish if you are feeling so kind of heavy and bogged down. As long as you're not hurting anybody, that's all I'm going to say. So thank you so much for staying with me until the end of the reading. If you would like a personal reading, I will leave my information in the description box down below. Thank you so much for staying with me until the end. And Virgo, I will see you again soon.